I don't even want to start off with our regular podcast introduction after the amazing week that we had, just like from like 2 weeks ago. I just want to acknowledge just how much fun we had and how great of an experience that was being able to meet you guys. That was just so much fun.
Yeah.
Guys, if you haven't already, like, go ahead and check out Champ's vlog of all of us meeting at Megacon. Should be down in the description below if Sean remembers to put it in. That was just
God damn
awesome.
it. It was just one time I forgot, and it was the first guest.
Yeah, Sean, when are you going to have that podcast that we all recorded together in person now? It's been weeks.
Yeah.
It's been months.
Weeks? It hasn't been weeks, has it?
Actually, it's not been weeks. It's been 1 week.
Well,
I was
technically
actually-
it
I'm
has
almost
been
done
like
with it.
2 weeks.
I'm almost done with it.
Wait a second. Yeah, we recorded it on a Friday 2 weeks ago. It's a Friday.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
yeah,
2
it has
weeks
been. What the heck? It has been weeks. Okay.
You slacking.
Yeah,
I feel like this
He
should
was
be. I
having
feel
too
like
much fun in Florida.
I feel like this should just be like the intro to the podcast, and then he's like, boom, and then just like play our animated intro, and then start right here. It feels like the full Dookie Super Saiyan Goku.
I want to learn more, and more, and more!
Oh yeah, it's the champ. Let's go.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Plastic Power Podcast. This is Starblast Studios alongside Daredevil 19 and Champ Animations.
Champ. And I think he's pretending to be some
He's
sort
doing,
of Spider-Man.
he's doing like the Spider-Man flippy thing. He's getting white stuff all over the screen.
Hey yo.
Hey,
All right, and
keep it
today on this
G-rated.
episode, okay. Today,
That's gonna stay in there for the end of time. You saying that?
he's throwing
I had to
webs all
cut
over
out-
the screen.
I had
Okay.
to cut out so much in the last episode.
All right. Now I'm gonna stop now. All right. Today in this episode, we're gonna be talking about a bunch of different trailers that just came out. We got X-Men, Madam Web. Actually, that's not a trailer. And Deadpool. I'm very excited about Deadpool, but X-Men, I like 87.
Hey, don't forget Godzilla vs. Kong, you
and
bastard.
Godzilla versus Kong, man. This is why we gotta write stuff down. I can't remember everything.
It's
I mean,
only 3.
everything.
And then are we gonna talk Madam Web, the reviews and stuff, or no?
I don't know. I'll let you go ahead and start, Sean. What are we doing right now?
All right, so let's start off with a big bang here and go over Deadpool first.
Wonderful.
Since that actually, I think, is like the most viewed superhero trailer. Like it passed
Deadpool 3?
Avengers. Yeah. It
Is it
passed
really?
Avengers. Yeah. It's crazy. It really broke the internet, and this is what most people were. This is what I don't watch the Super Bowl, but I know we get good movie trailers. This was the only thing I was looking forward to the Super Bowl because I don't watch football. I'm not really
What's
too
a
big on sports.
football? What is a football? What is sports?
Yeah, but when they dropped it pretty quick too, like the beginning of it, but it looked really good, and it started off funny. They aren't losing that raunchy sense of humor, and they're going to be cursing, and it's still going to be rated R. It's going to be the same old Deadpool, but it started off funny as hell with him wearing a wig. It's like, what the hell? There was a couple of like little small Easter eggs, nothing too crazy. And at first, Champ told us that the one dude, he had the goggles around his neck, and he said something like, "This is my favorite part." That's actually Pyro from the original trilogy of X-Men movies, which I didn't even recognize him because he has beard now and he's older. But that's awesome seeing him. I'm curious who the guy in front of him was with the mask and the hood on. Not
I
the
think
doctor.
Toad might be coming back. What's his name?
Ray Park?
Ray Park. Yeah, I
that'd
think
be
Toad's
cool.
coming back for this movie.
I know
So that's gonna be
Sabretooth
cool.
is from the first X-Men. Tyler
Yeah.
Maine.
From the very first X-Men movie?
Yeah, you didn't see the behind-the-scene pictures of him fighting.
I didn't see
think
that one, dude.
Wolverine.
They're releasing so many behind the scenes. Like, I should stop
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at them because I'm going to spoil it myself.
There's a
But we know
Deadpool
that
with long
Wolverine
hair.
is going to be in it, too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
why-
literally called Deadpool and Wolverine,
Yeah,
so
it's
I would
called
hope, I'd hope
Deadpool
that he'd be in
Wolverine.
it.
Yeah,
Which I love
yeah.
the title, by the way. It's better than just Deadpool 3. Deadpool Wolverine. It's going to be a buddy, fun adventure across time and space.
Yeah.
And I think the logo is the claws slashing through Deadpool's logo for 3.
Genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
X going to give it to you. What?
So my whole thing about it is, and I was really thinking about this. So in the trailer, you see the TVA. We know who the TVA is. They're from Loki. I'm thinking that because of the nature of the TVA, because of what's been also going on with Jonathan Majors, how they're probably trying to write him out of the MCU now, like the He Who Remains. I'm thinking
Yeah.
that and King the Conqueror. I'm thinking that what this will end up doing somehow, some ways, that this movie will fundamentally change the way that the MCU will be going forward, because you see a lot of different things, and I remember different leaks and such that we saw in the background where, like, you saw the 20th Century Fox logo. This wasn't in the trailer, by the way. This was like photos shown behind the scenes. Like, it was like destroyed, and I guess it's like something about the Fox universe is gonna have to do some sort of impact, I guess, on the MCU, since the TVA is being involved as well. I can definitely see this heading in a direction in which can not only repair what they wanted to, because think about it, like the writer's strike that held this movie off might have actually been a blessing in disguise for them, because now that the Jonathan Majors case has settled and they're like, all right, we're getting this guy out, this gives them a chance to like work on other aspects of the movie, since it's a great opportunity for them to just fix what and repair what may have been permanently broken from Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
Definitely could be. I mean, this would be a great opportunity for them to do that and kind of do like a little bit of a reboot, soft reboot, but not technically a full reboot, but they can kind of restart the MCU. Now we have the cast for Fantastic Four. We know X-Men are coming. Hopefully Blade will be soon. Maybe some other big name characters. Daredevil's coming soon. So this is their chance to try to redeem themselves, but they're still backpedaling with certain things, like
Pedro
the
Pascal as Mr. Fantastic is a weird choice. I'm not gonna lie, since you brought that up. Pedro
yeah.
Pascal, like, dude, he's in so many projects already. He was in The Mandalorian.
They
He was
want
in
him
Game
for
of
everything.
Thrones, The Last of Us.
They want him
He's like-
for everything. Everything. He is like one of those real big popular actors right now that is just super big, and everybody loves Pedro Pascal.
He stole the hearts
I
of
think
women
he'll
when
be
he was
fine.
on The Office, and now he's stealing people's jobs.
Yeah, but
Yeah, correct you. He stole the hearts of men and women. Men wished they could be him.
That's true. Okay, I did actually start watching The Office. I'm at like season 4 right now. He is my favorite character in The Office currently.
I didn't even know
Pedro
Pedro Pascal
Pascal's
was
in The
in The
Office?
Office.
Wait,
I don't watch The Office, so don't blame us.
yeah, I
We're
don't
boomers.
either.
what's his name again?
Pedro Pascal, the guy who
Pascal.
plays Mandalorian.
Are you thinking about the other guy who was in
You said he
Doctor
plays
Strange
Mr.
Multi-
You said he plays Mr. Fantastic, so I was thinking of the guy from
Yes,
What?
Yeah, he
No,
just got...
not The Office. That was in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Oh yeah, I was
That
thinking. I was
John
thinking of Dr.
Krasinski.
Strange.
John
You're talking about John
Kra-
Krasinski. No,
Yeah,
he's not
okay,
playing. Yeah, he's not.
No, they announced the 4 Fantastic Four actors. So we have Pedro Pascal's playing Mr. Fantastic. I forgot the woman's name, the blonde hair woman playing Mrs. Invisible. The dude from Stranger Things, he was new in the last season. He's playing Human Torch. And
Eddie.
and I don't know the dude that's playing the Thing. I never heard of him. But yeah. But yeah,
He's-
that was
he's the
announced.
Thing.
Yeah.
That Thing is huge.
Look at that thing. That thing is huge.
The thing is, yes,
He's referring
Go watch
to,
the video, folks. Go watch my
Yeah,
vlog.
go watch
You
the vlog.
understand the joke.
to Megacon. It was a colossal event.
Man, this place is like colossal. I hate you guys so much.
So so yeah, that recently got announced. Fantastic Four. Hopefully they'll start casting for X-Men, but we're kind of going off topic here. But yeah, Deadpool 3 can really help the MCU in ways that we hope they thought of. I mean,
It's the only
'cause-
movie I'm really hyped for in Marvel. Like, since what? No Way Home? It's the only movie I'm hyped for.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
And like it's like I trust that like Ryan Reynolds is not gonna let like this movie be bad, because you
Yeah.
got Hugh Jackman again. Like I don't see this being just like, oh, rated R, a cash grab kind of thing. I mean, it could be, but like I don't think it's gonna be terrible. Like it can't be. Like
Yeah.
you're resurrecting Wolverine and bringing him back into the film to do a little buddy situation with Deadpool.
Or it's probably like a different universe Wolverine or something.
Probably it could be
something
the
like
Days
that.
of Future Past Wolverine. Could be that one.
Yeah, because
Then
I
again,
don't know
that
if
might have been
that's
Logan.
the
I don't
one
remember.
from Logan. Maybe it is. I
Oh
don't
god,
know.
these timelines are so confusing.
But yeah, they it's their only MCU movie that we're getting this year, and yeah, they really, this is them. They have a perfect opportunity to fix the MCU because it's crashing and burning like really badly right now. So hopefully. I mean, we'll see. I think July it comes out, so it's not too far
Yeah,
away
it comes
with
out
it
this
coming out.
late in the summer or like
Yeah.
midsummer, you know. So
Yeah.
it's like it's gonna be here before you know it. So
Yep.
But I was
Oh, yeah.
rewatching Deadpool 1 and 2 with my girlfriend, and I'm just like, dude, I'm like, I can't wait because those like Deadpool
X
2
don't
is
give
very
it to you.
underrated. X gonna give it to you. What? Just call me Angel, getting copyright on this podcast.
Well, do you notice the part where he's fighting in like that snowy terrain with all the trees?
Yeah. Oh, you think
remember-
what I'm thinking?
Remember the opening of Avengers: Age of Ultron?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, was he going to get teleported in the
It's the
Avengers like
same-
timeline? That's what I'm
yeah.
thinking.
Well, I mean, they show them up on the screen, and he's like
Yeah, they
claiming he's
do.
going to save the MCU and stuff like that. So, I mean,
Bro,
Starblast,
imagine
you're-
if they
you're
make it
probably
to where,
onto
oh,
something.
Ultron's now the new villain. Hey, all right, MCU, here's your villain. He just throws Ultron in, like, back.
Supposedly,
He
the
just brings
bald-
Ultron back from time.
Supposedly, the bald-headed character is Professor X's sister, who's evil and a villain, and supposedly that's the main villain of the movie. But I mean, it's not confirmed or
I need to
anything
watch
like
this
that.
trailer. I should have watched this trailer a little bit more before going into this podcast. There's stuff I'm just not
Well-
remembering and following in the same way.
You see, like, posts from places that, like, delve deep into it. Like, I didn't really watch, like, all the Easter eggs. Like, if you watch Deadpool, as he knocks down, there's the cover of the Secret Wars comic book there, which I didn't notice that until people, like, zoomed in on it, and it's the Secret Wars cover. But my favorite part is definitely when he asks Wolverine to help him up, and then he pops his claws out. He's like, oh, never mind. I don't need help anymore. I changed my mind. Because you know he's going to grab him with his claws and lift him up.
He's just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there wasn't too much. Like, we even barely saw Wolverine in it. I mean, you just really saw his back and his shadow, and that's really it. So they didn't really show many characters.
I mean, it's a
besides
teaser
Pyro.
at the moment, so I most likely in the actual trailer we'll have
Mhm.
Wolverine and see a little bit of, you know, them bantering, which I can't wait.
Yeah, that'll
Can't
probably be in the
wait.
next trailer. And they said they're not going to reveal all the characters that are going to be in it in any of the trailers. They'll reveal like some, but not all of them, which I think most trailers usually do that.
I think Storm's coming back too. I think she's gonna be one
Yeah,
of the
Halle
other
Berry
characters coming
Storm.
back.
Yeah,
And
I
then we
heard
also
that
saw
too.
like, you know, Vanessa, Colossus, Negasonic, Teenage Warhead.
Oh yeah, all
like
his,
the little
like,
birthday, all his past friends.
Yeah.
Oh
The
god, what's that
blind
guy with the
lady.
mustache? Oh god, what's his name? I forgot he was in Deadpool 2. Oh god, I forgot he is
was
like
the
a normal
cab driver there?
dude. The cab driver was there too.
Yeah,
The
I
cab
love how
driver.
That's like
Yeah,
that's like one of his good friends.
Yeah.
They just like drove him somewhere one day.
Yeah, that was. But yeah, I have a feeling that the TVA is just gonna wipe away that timeline because why would
That's
the
what
TVA pick up Deadpool? Is because if you if you don't remember from Deadpool 2 at the end of the movie, he basically messed with time and saved his girlfriend, and we all know in comics, Deadpool is a sad clown whose love interests always die. And I'm doing the hand motions again. God damn it.
And
But like,
motion
yeah,
guy.
most likely, I feel like what's going to happen is Deadpool is going to be sucked in the TVA, and they're going to wipe his timeline. And I feel like the TVA is going to be the enemy of like Deadpool 3, because
I mean, it looks like he's fighting them. The majority of
it-
that trailer too.
yeah. So I don't know if this takes place before Loki, maybe after. I don't know, but we'll see. But I'm very
Yeah, that's
hyped
right.
for this.
Yeah,
I gotta
it
buy
should
the
be
SH
good.
Figure Arts Deadpool now. I gotta buy them all.
Did you guys saw after I watched the trailer, I showed you what I bought. It was Deadpool figure arts. Deadpool.
Oh, was it the second
Yes,
one
you
or the
guys
first
didn't
one?
see it. Well, they only made
Two. They
the
only
one.
made two.
Yeah,
The one
but
with
they're
guns and the
both
one without.
the one with. Because I had the other one where it's more vibrant. The other one's more not as vibrant. It's supposed to
Yeah.
be the X-Force one, but it's still red and black. It really
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
look
just like
gray and
it's
black.
just kind of more like gritty looking.
Yeah. Plus that one has the guns. I don't know why they didn't give it the first time around. Either they saw people complain about it and they gave it, or they wanted you to buy that first one, then have to buy this one because he has two sets of guns with this one. I think that one's
Honestly, I don't know
cheaper,
which
too.
one to buy because they both look good, so I'm like conflicted.
I would get the other one. I would get the one with the guns. I mean, unless you have guns laying around. But it's cool because he has the regular guns, then he has guns with the smoke coming out, so you can have him inhale it. Like what he did in Deadpool 1. But I mean, it can also look like he just shot
I'm
him.
touching myself tonight.
Yeah, and I think it has. I think it has blast effects too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I might buy that. I saw it at GameStop the other day, so I might pick it up. If
figure
it's
arts
still there.
Deadpool.
Yeah, the figure arts Deadpool.
Yeah, I would buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we'll most likely get another one, and they better freaking make Wolverine. This is a chance for Tamashii Nations to make some awesome movie X-Men characters.
I want to see more Marvel Legends Deadpool. I mean, I remember like what was it back in 2018, 17? They had like a whole wave of Deadpools. Like there was
oh yeah, the movie
like
one
Pirate
I thought
Deadpool
was just
and
alright.
Yeah.
I didn't really like their movie. Their movie one wasn't bad. I don't know. I didn't like it too much. And then it came.
It just came in a 2-pack, which is like the weirdest thing you could do for that.
Yeah. But it was weird. They started doing like the X-Men movie characters. Like they made Mystique, who was great. They did the two different Wolverines or Logans, which were also freaking great. They did Cable.
Yeah.
Who else? Because they did both versions of Magneto and Professor X, and I'm like, holy shit, these are awesome. Then they just stop, and it's like, what the hell? Why do you guys just stop? Keep going. Like people want these, so it's kind of weird. They just made them and then cut them off. So I know they'll do a wave, and we'll probably get characters from the movies, but I'm hoping Figure Arts capitalizes off this since they made the Deadpool 2 Deadpools. They can make Deadpool again and then make more characters. I definitely want that Wolverine.
Yeah, that, and I really would like the Wolverine. And finally, we got Wolverine in the yellow suit. It took how many years to get him in yellow spandex? I want to see those yellow butt cheeks. Hey, yo, don't.
Oh, whoa. Hey,
yo.
You know what? It's okay. I had my moment too in this podcast. So it's all good.
I mean, yeah, but like, still, like, there was like leaked, like I don't know if it was concept art, but of showing Hugh Jackman in the Wolverine mask.
Yeah, and it looks
like
good
for like merchandise or something like that, for like a T-shirt or whatever.
I think they were always worried.
Please.
I think they were always worried it wouldn't look good because his mask is a little odd, but it does look good. So.
Yeah, it would look. They think it would just look silly in like live action, and that's the case with a lot of stuff. But you know, this looks
like
fine.
Electro. If they gave Electro his mask, that's such a stupid mask.
But it's weird. It's funny. It's because it's like they're giving Wolverine the same like Deadpool eyes, where it's all like wide out and everything. And I'm just like,
yeah.
Wow, they're actually going full on like.
That's
no
cool
pupils,
yeah, if they
white.
do that with like the 3D eyes too, like that would look sick.
Yeah. I'm like, hell yeah! It's like if you already give a grown man a yellow banana suit, you might as well just go full on comic book and just give him the Batman eyes, you know?
I guess so.
Oh yeah, and Colossus is returning too. We forgot that.
Yeah, Colossus. I love Colossus.
And then that Wolverine in the white suit, I believe his name is Patch. You see his back because that's definitely Wolverine's hair.
Yeah, in the tuxedo. Yeah.
A lot of people think it's like a Daniel Radcliffe version of Wolverine, so that could be possible. I mean, we might see different actors portraying Wolverine in different.
I would really love to see Tobey Maguire come back in this movie. I heard a lot of people already theorizing about that on Twitter.
I doubt it, to be honest. I feel like
I don't think it's. I'm not saying it's likely, but it'd be cool.
Yeah,
I think Andrew Garfield would be better with Deadpool than Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man with like their banter. I think Andrew Garfield would be better than Tobey Maguire.
You know what? Maybe you're right. That would be dope. I'll take any Spider-Man.
Maybe in Secret Wars we'll finally see those two together. Oh, we might get a cameo of Tom Holland and Deadpool or something like that. I don't know. I would like to see a Spider-Man cameo at the end of this movie or something like that, you know?
You guys been hearing that Ben Affleck's Daredevil supposed to be in it? It's like, what?
I've heard a lot of things. This is kind of like No Way Home. When that was coming out, there was a lot of speculation of who's going to show up and stuff like that.
Same
so
with
it's like
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it's same. Yeah, even with Doctor Strange, there's a lot of speculation of like, oh, who's gonna be in it? Oh, we're gonna get characters like Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider or like the Hulk from was it 2004, 3?
Eric Bana Hulk. Yeah.
You know, I feel like they're doing here what they should have done with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, like that, like bringing in all of these different potential actors from like across the multiverse, like what, like because it's like it seems to be in the name, you know, there's that similar sense of hype, like, oh, this would be cool, oh, this would be cool, oh, this would be cool. There's a lot of similarities with the hype, and that's good.
I wouldn't mind
then
seeing.
You kill them all. Kill them all.
I wouldn't mind seeing Quicksilver from the X-Men movies in it, because he was the best part of the newerish X-Men movies.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, I mean they brought him back in WandaVision, but it wasn't really him. It was
yeah. I mean, it would be cool to see him. Plus,
it was some
like.
He had like it was the guy had like a weird last name, and it's like I thought
Ralph Boner.
Ralph Boner. There we go. Okay. All I remembered was Boner. That's I'm glad you ruined the Ralph.
That was the fake
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver in WandaVision.
Okay. Yeah, like that might be cool to see that. Like for the older movies, like I wouldn't mind seeing Bishop pop up in it. I mean, they can get someone else to play Bishop. I thought the guy was fine as Bishop from Days of Future Past, but if you grab someone else as Bishop, I just like Bishop as a character. He's always been one of my favorite X-Men characters. But talking
I
X-Men,
want to see Beast again. Seeing Beast was cool.
Yeah. And if they do Beast like how he looked at the end of the Marvels, which that's the only scene I saw in the movie, that end credit scene of Beast, that would be cool to see that. I mean, it's Kelsey Grammer back as Beast, but he looks more like the animated 90s.
I didn't even see that after credit scene. I need to see that too.
Yeah,
you just can look it up on YouTube, to be honest. Or just if you have Disney Plus or whatever, you could just skip to the end.
Yeah, he's in his lab coat and in his lab and shit. But yeah,
like 30
it'd be pretty
seconds.
cool.
It was just a forced. It was just a forced cameo. I'm like, what is this going to build up to?
I wouldn't mind if we did not see any Magneto or Professor X, because I think they overdid both of them in both the original and the newer movies, because they were in every single one. And they were always like the main focus, technically, of those movies, just about. I mean, especially the newerish ones. But like I liked both actors' portrayals of the older and younger versions of them, but we don't need to see him again. I mean, we saw Professor X again in Doctor Strange, then we saw him again in Logan, and it's I think they don't need to throw them in there. And but like I wouldn't mind seeing Halle Berry as Storm just because she's hot as hell. I mean, because she was great as Storm. But yeah, Toad would be awesome to see. I wouldn't mind seeing Cyclops and Jean Grey from the older trilogy, even if Rogue
Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler would be
Nightcrawler, hell yeah. Nightcrawler always been one of my favorites too, but that is still one of the coolest and best opening scenes in a movie from X2, X-Men United. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything has really topped that yet. You saw that, right, Heish?
I think I have to go back and rewatch a bunch of the X-Men movies. It was like if I saw it, it would have been a long time ago, bro.
It's when he's in the White House and he's trying to assassinate the president, but he was under like mind control.
You know what? I haven't seen that movie.
Ooh,
I probably haven't seen
it. That's the best. To me, that's the best X-Men movie.
It is really, to be honest, it is really good.
Yeah, Last Stand.
Yeah, no, I remember like a bunch of the movies that I saw from X-Men were not always the best. Like X-Men Wolverine Origins, that one was okay.
Yeah, that was hard. That's the worst one ever. The CGI was so freaking
and the
bad.
One that leaked. But I mean, hey, it was worth watching. So that when I watched Deadpool and you saw Ryan Reynolds making fun of it, that was dope.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind seeing.
He makes fun of it a couple of times in those movies.
Yeah, a lot of like,
especially in the after credit scene. That after credit scene made it perfect.
Well, remember when he was deflecting all the bullets and X-Men Origins Wolverine before he was Deadpool.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And it's
Yeah.
Like, he was like shooting him, and he's like,
yeah, and then in Deadpool 2, Cable shooting him, and he's trying to do it again, but he's just
he
getting
got like
shot.
50% of those bullets, and then someone went in. He's just like, Cable's just like, the hell?
Yeah, 'cause there was never anything saying Deadpool's like super duper quick and can fucking
Yeah.
deflect bullets and
Like
slice
he's
them in half.
he's a swordsman, but he's not like Zorro level.
Yeah, you would need to be super quick to. I mean, you don't need to be like Flash quick, but you need to have a bit of quickness. But Deadpool's never had like that ability. Like he has a lot of
Yeah.
cool abilities, and then at the end of that movie, they gave him the Cyclops laser eyes. Like what? Why does he have that? But yeah, that movie was just a hot mess. Oh my god.
It was.
Last Stand was bad too. That was the third one from the original
And
trilogy.
then I heard Dark Phoenix was horrible.
Dark Phoenix was pretty.
Actually,
Yeah,
wait, never
yeah.
mind. I did see Dark Phoenix. The thing is that I didn't have it. I don't remember seeing a lot of like the X-Men stuff. So I remember originally watching it. Then I watched reviews. Then they explained why it was bad, and I'm like, oh, that is pretty bad. Okay.
Apocalypse.
You did yourself a favor.
It's
You-
like
you
those
saved
movies
yourself.
started to go downhill. Like
Because it's like
all
clearly
right.
Professor X was like they lowered his intelligence level so much farther down than where he should be in order to make it work, and he just looks like a complete idiot in comparison to how he was. See, I didn't have that as much of that comparison going into like watching that movie, so I was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I mean, we got man
Did you
makes
see
mistakes.
Apocalypse?
I did not see Apocalypse. I heard that wasn't very good either.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
I
the
heard
best.
that the
I didn't
road
really
cut of
care for-
Apocalypse was better, but I don't know.
You mean the road cut
Days
of
of Future
Days of
Past?
Future
Oh, I'm thinking
Past?
Days of Future Past. That's right.
Yeah.
That one was really good. Days of Future Past. That was a really.
At
good
first,
one.
I didn't like Days of Future Past, but then I kind of like it more. I still need to see the road cut though. I haven't seen that yet,
Yeah, that's when Rogue sends him back in time instead of.
which makes more
Kitty
sense to be
Pryde.
honest. That sounds like
Yeah,
it makes a
like-
lot more
Guys,
sense.
can we have a
Could-
movie night? We need to do that at some point.
Yeah, let's watch all the
Let's
X-Men
watch-
movies.
Yeah, I think there's
Da-na-na-na.
Minus the Wolverine movies, there's 9.
X-Men 1, X-Men
'Cause they're-
2, X-Men
No, we're gonna
3,
include the
X-Men
then
First
we're gonna
First
include the
Class.
Wolverine ones.
Future Past.
The second one was Days of Future Past.
I'm
correct?
still the thing is that it's
Oh,
one
it
of
might
those
be
things
8
where after
or 7.
watching it, like I didn't know the order of all the stuff going into it. And this was when I was younger.
Oh,
Nowadays I know
yeah,
we have the
yeah.
internet, but when I was
Like
younger,
I
I was
have,
I don't know what I'm doing.
have all of them on Blu-ray, including all the Wolverine movies besides X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I think I saw. Now that I think about it, I think I saw X1, and it was basically, and this was confusing me at first, but it was like Magneto. You saw him like in the Holocaust, and then later he's
Yeah,
like
as a
he's
boy.
learning how to use his like his
'Cause
abilities like to
they
Magnus, and he's like
separated him from
crying
his
in
mother.
happy tears and such. And it's like supposed to be like this meaningful scene. He's like, he's using the
Well-
magnets on the windmills.
Yeah, and then the fence is kind of bending as he's trying to like call to his mother, and the guards are holding him back, but he's like pulling
I
them.
think you guys are talking about two different
No,
scenes.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
the
I
scene
think
where
he's
he's an
talking
adult.
about-
I'm talking about the scene
Yeah,
where
he-
he's an adult and he's learning how to further use his powers and such. Because I think
And
Professor
X-Men
X was
First
helping.
Class.
Yeah, X-Men First
When
Class.
Xavier was helping
Yeah,
him to
yeah,
get
yeah,
him
that.
to
And then he
use
starts
his powers.
getting revenge.
He
Oh,
was
yeah,
talking
they
about the part
killed-
where he's trained to use the powers instead of relying on anger.
And they killed his
using
mother
precious
right in
good
front
moments.
of him in the Holocaust.
Yeah, but that was in the beginning of the movie. He was talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
later in the middle of the movie, Sean.
Yeah,
Lay it
yeah.
down.
Yeah, but after
Like near the
First
end of
Class-
Act 2.
I need to rewatch that anyways. We'll go.
After First
We'll see
Class
that.
was Days of Future Past, right?
Yes. But no,
Then-
no.
Wait.
No, it was
I
the
don't know.
Wolverine. It was the Wolverine in Japan.
I don't know why I'm saying
When-
yes.
no,
Like
no,
I
no,
know. Like I
not
know what the
counting-
order is.
Not counting the Wolverine movies, just the
But no,
X-Men
the
movies.
Wolverine technically, canonically comes after First Class because they hint at Days of Future Past at the end of that movie.
Yeah, but just.
But
the
Days of Future
X-Men
Past is the
movies.
next movie
All
in
right,
that
Then
in
after that
order.
was Apocalypse.
Yeah, Apocalypse.
Oh, so
and,
they only made 4, because then it was Dark Phoenix.
of the new cast. Yes.
Yeah,
of the-
so there's.
Oh, well, they also
7.
had New Mutants, but no one went to see that.
Yeah, they tried to make it more horror based. I mean, it was meh, But yeah, so there's a total of 7, 3 of the original, and then 4 of the newer one.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they started hitting like Apocalypse, that's when it started going downhill. Yeah, we just got in this whole. But yeah, I wouldn't mind if they brought back a bunch of these characters from the newer or more newer X-Men movies, because we have seen the newer ones in Deadpool 1 or 2. Remember they were all hiding in the room? He's like, how come it's always empty in here? And then the door closes and you see all of them as they close the door.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Well,
this... Go ahead, Jab.
Oh, I was just saying, well, speaking of bringing back the X-Men...
Oh, and before we talk about it,
back.
the Marvel Legends 97 X-Men figures, I never realized were based off this new series until the trailer. I was wondering why.
You can tell this man's getting old.
I was
This
wondering
man's
why.
not keeping up.
I was wondering why Bishop had short hair and then Storm had a mohawk. I'm like, she had real puffy hair, and then Bishop had a crazy mullet. So I'm like, what the hell's going on here? But
It's the 90s, baby.
yeah. They that went over my head. But
Yes,
yeah.
you sure did. But yeah, like I only picked up the Wolverine one because, yeah.
That one's
but
that's a
I
really
might
good
pick up
figure.
the Magneto one if he's still in stores or online. They should still be around retail price.
Yeah,
but they
we
only
were
released,
seeing
like,
them all. Yeah, we were seeing them
Yeah.
all at Megacon too. So
I do want to get the Nightcrawler though. That one, I think that one's
I do too.
coming out.
From
Yeah.
wave, that's the second wave because that has Nightcrawler, Jean Grey, Executioner with an X, Cyclops, and a couple other characters.
Yo,
But
side
they
note.
need to make them all.
Side
What
note, Champ, are you doing like a Batman video in the background?
Oh yeah, I already filmed that. That was on TikTok, so and a little short. So be sure to go on my channel. Look that up.
Yeah.
Also look up the podcast vlog to Megacon. I'm just saying, you should
Yes,
check
for
it
the
out.
third time. But
Check
yeah,
it out.
I know. Okay, and I'm gonna have to break some unfortunate news here about X-Men,
Ooh, oh no.
the
Here
X-Men
we go.
animated series. Okay, I love
That
the
rogue
song.
doesn't have as nice of a butt as the original.
What?
Huh?
What?
Oh, you guys didn't see that?
You know what? You got your own thing now. Okay, that you got your own weird thing in this podcast. Okay, thank goodness.
I had to get up.
No,
to your
no,
guys'
it
level.
was that like so basically I haven't seen the full length animated series yet. I've seen episodes
Oh,
here
the
and there.
original?
Yeah, the original, because it's like I
Yeah.
love this. Like remember hearing the music, and I love the music. And there was like some episodes I was able to get from the library, but I never was able to like watch the full thing. Just didn't have that. So
There's a
yeah,
lot of episodes of it because
I
I had the
know.
whole like DVD. I think it was a bootleg set, but it had like 16 discs.
yeah. I was watching some of the episodes. It was in Geekdom server, and I remember like they it was weird that they brought in the it was like the specific version of it was the X Force or something, but it was like they weren't calling them someone else, which is weird because they had like these. You know what? I don't remember what that was
Like
about.
they came to help or they were fighting. They had so many like stories in it. That's what was cool
Yeah,
about
they
it.
adapted a
was
lot of
comic-based,
stories
yeah.
from the comics. Yeah, so
And it looks like they're doing like redoing some of those episodes in the new series from what I caught from the trailer. Because
one thing I will.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Chad.
go ahead. No,
No,
one thing I was just going to mention was the animation's definitely going to be getting some used to because it doesn't look like
Yeah.
traditional 2D animation. It looks like it's part of that 3D cell shading kind of thing that's going on.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
on some shots, it doesn't look too bad. Sometimes when like it's in motion, it doesn't look too bad. But it's like,
Why don't you just get 2D animators to do it, man? Come on.
yeah, because it's like the only thing that's dominating the 2D animation right now is anime. And it's like
Yeah.
I want to see more of that being used in the Western, but everything in the West is
But
3D.
you know what they could do. The only studio that I can think of right now that still works with 2D animation is DC with their movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm very
what-
picky though with American animation. They always make them so specific. Like
I don't know if it's because of the budget thing or if it's because
it's like their art design. Oh, you're talking about like 3. It's probably part of that, but yeah, I know what you're talking about with the trailer. It did look
Man,
a little
Japan I have so much respect for, but at the same time I also feel bad for the animators.
You are my special.
I mean, that's how everything was drawn, though, in the 90s and even the early 2000s. I mean, the 3D animation didn't pop up till when?
Like I want to say when
2010s?
like late 90s, like thinking about like Pixar and Toy Story, like that really blew
Well, I
up
feel like they're
3D
still
animation.
relying too much upon it,
Yeah.
in this day and age.
Oh no, I agree. But like the only time like I think 3D actually looks good is when it's heavily stylized, like Into the
Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse,
Yeah.
Teenage
Yeah.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah, Mutant Mayhem, yeah.
Yeah, Mutant. Like I like how it has like that comic booky, has those like little what do you call it? The little dots,
Kinda
like
like
the
how,
comic
like-
book printing on it.
Yeah, kind of like how some of the Dragon Ball games look, because those are 2D.
Yeah.
But then they 3D them, and it
Like
looks
I also
good.
don't mind cell shading, but like when it comes to like something like with Marvel, it's always like hit or miss.
What, are you trying to be Gambit?
Me?
Was that a deck of cards? Are you trying to
No.
be Gambit?
No, I'm messing with like little pieces of paper here that I just have on my desk. No, don't mind me.
He's so hyped. He's like, I'm gonna be Gambit now.
How cool was that part
No,
where Gambit
these are
was,
no,
like,
these are
writing-
like these are papers from like the kit from like AJ's custom, the Gohan.
okay.
Yeah,
He
from this
was
Gohan
pretending to
extension
be
kit.
Gambit.
No,
But,
I wasn't
how
thinking
cool
about
was
that.
that part where Wolverine like brought his claws up and Gambit was like chilling on his back, and then he used his kinetic energy to light up his claws. So when
How is he sitting on
It's like he
Wolverine's
was
back when
holding-
he's short? He's like,
It's like he was
he's-
yeah, and Gambit's taller than him, but it looked like he was crouching on his back like Spider-Man like. But that was cool seeing that because in the old 90s anime, even in the comic books, they like hate each other. They're kind of like Zoro and Sanji, always trash talking, especially like Wolverine's. It's like Wolverine's Zoro and Gambit's like Sanji. It's very similar like dynamic between the two characters, but it's cool to see them like working as a team like that. So when Wolverine hits whoever he's going to hit, they're going to explode because that's how Gambit's
jeez.
powers work. Yeah, Gambit can pretty much charge up any object not human, and it explodes after, or he'll throw it and it blows up. But it's going to be that's pretty cool seeing them do that. I wonder if we'll have some more combos like that, which I'm sure we will.
All right.
Nah,
But all right, let's go ahead and talk about everyone's favorite movie that just released, Madam Web. Am I right?
Madam Webbington.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
excuse me, my lady.
let me ask you this: which one of us, the three of us, is gonna go see this movie?
Starblast.
Jimmy.
No, raise your hand if you're gonna see this movie.
No, pay me $500.
There we go. Okay, yeah, no, okay, that's exactly as we thought. All right, moving on to the next subject. No one cares about Madam Web. This movie's doing
man.
so poorly right now, and it's like I watched some
Yeah.
non-spoiler reviews, like Jeremy Johns, I think, and it's like he did not have the script is bad. A lot of the reviews are bad. It's just like another Morbius thing. I never watched Morbius. It seems like a waste of time. Don't go watch it.
Sony's fault.
It's Morbin
too.
time.
It's Morbin
Yeah.
time.
I heard this. It's like the studios have really been giving like filmmakers hard times. So most of it's Sony's fault. Because remember Spider-Man 3, they forced Sam Raimi to throw in Venom, and that was the worst one out of all three of them. I mean, it's
But
still
still entertaining. You could still put
Yeah,
on
it's
Spider-Man
still-
3 and still have a good time.
Oh,
I
yeah,
will
yeah.
give it that.
But out of the three, that's the worst one because they
Yeah.
were trying to make him cram in too much stuff, and he didn't want to do that. But you could tell Sony really, you could just tell because every one of their movies so far, like Venom is like on the edge. Like I love the first one, the second one not as much, and I'm curious how the third one's going to turn out. But you can tell Sony are the ones at fault for giving bad scripts and having these
not even
characters
that, but
not
they're like
work.
making Spider-Man movies or Spider-Man universe movies without Spider-Man. They're making a Kraven
Yeah.
movie, making him an anti-hero, which makes no sense at all. They were making some kind of, was it like some
And
Mexican
Rhino's the
wrestler
villain.
Spider-Man movie?
Oh,
some
yeah,
guy
that's
that was gonna
right.
be a Mexican
El
wrestler,
Gene-
and they were gonna get some,
L something.
something.
Did they
They were gonna
release
get-
that Craven the Hunter movie? I didn't even watch it.
No, it comes
It's
out
not
this
out yet.
year. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
But they're making him, instead of a hunter, he's like, oh, I'm pro like pro protect the animals.
Okay,
I'm like,
okay. I was
he's
about, about to
Raven's
say
a
something
hunter.
else. All right, all
But
right.
it is going to be
No,
R-rated.
but I wouldn't pass Sony to do it.
It is going to be R-rated though, and Rhino.
That doesn't make it better.
Rhino's the villain.
That doesn't make it better. Oh yeah, Rhino's gonna be some dude in a suit, and he's like,
No,
they call me the Rhino because
he's mutated. He's mutated.
that's
Thank
wow,
God.
we're doing the Amazing Spider-Man 1 game thing. We're doing that.
I think if they do a live-action Rhino, that's probably the best way to do it. But this movie might
You can
be.
do a mech suit. You can do a mech suit.
Listen. The
of
best
Rhino.
version of my favorite version of
Amazing
Rhino is
Spider-Man
the
2?
my favorite version of Rhino is the one from the Spider-Man video game. Like, he's like
Spider-Man?
I thought you were gonna say Paul Giamatti in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I was about to
no,
walk away.
no. Legitimately from the Spider-Man PS4 video game. Like fantastic
Oh,
design.
that one where he's like Juggernaut. He's like really huge, and he's like kind of has like.
Yeah, I feel like
that's
it's a
pretty
good mix between the kind of you see in Amazing Spider-Man 2 and then like the what you see like the classic Rhino costume.
It's
like
almost
the,
like Ultimate.
Yeah,
Rhino.
yeah.
yeah,
Like
it's a good
Rhino when that-
hybrid mixture. I think of
Yeah.
modern and classic. Like it's good. It's good, and he's
Yeah.
terrifying in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 one with the mechanical suit kind of like left a bad taste in my mouth with having Rhino have like a mechanical suit.
They could have
like
done
that.
it a lot better if it didn't look.
You know
like
what
a
it is?
Rhino.
I feel like it was just one of
It
those
looked like
things
the
where it
Jim
needed.
Carrey one
No,
in
what
Ace
it was,
Ventura.
what I think it was is that it needed more screen time for us to like sort of because we didn't really see him do that much. We just kind of
You
saw
just
him,
see it at
and
the
it was
end,
just
yeah.
like he just happens to be that same like dumb truck driver from like the first couple minutes of the movie. Like
Yeah,
it's,
the Russian dude or something.
yeah,
I
that
mean-
crazy guy. It's just there's no reason. There's like it was kind of random because there's no reason for us to like really get behind this character, his introduction or
Yeah.
anything like that. So
But I mean,
Yeah,
look
there's
at-
like
look at-
no.
Go
Well,
ahead,
Rhino
Jack.
hasn't always been that deep of a character, to be honest. He's
Yeah.
but the fact that you have to give Rhino in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 guns and missiles, I'm like that just takes.
I mean, the thing
that just
is
makes this
the
character so less interesting.
The fact that the
No.
1990 something Spider-Man where it goes the fact that they had a
no.
better
The
intro for Rhino,
Animated series.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Spider-Man
Yeah.
animated series, and
Another
also Spectacular
classic.
Spider-Man, they all had better introduction for Rhino. Like, dude, it's not that it's like the movie should have had it better.
Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
a hitman for Kingpin in that show, and he was part of the Sinister Six.
Yeah, simple.
it's
Like,
like-
he was cool right there.
Like you don't have to give him like a over the top dramatic backstory of like, oh, he was Spider-Man's high school buddy in gym class. You don't gotta do
developed
that.
all this
You can
hatred
just make him
towards him.
like a low life thug or like working.
No.
for someone.
What happened was he was at the zoo, right, and then he fell into like the pit of rhinos.
Rhino
Yeah, and then a rhino bit him, and then he just
Bit him.
basically.
Stop!
It's
You're gonna
always-
give Sony ideas. Stop! Stop!
A rhino bit him and
And
transformed
Peter
him to
Parker was
Rhino.
coincidentally
Bro, if
there
that's
with
the
them on the
backstory
field
behind
trip.
Rhino in the Kraven the Hunter
That's-
movie,
well,
that's
how
gonna be.
Scorpion turned into Scorpion.
Are you kidding me?
Scorpion stung him.
I thought he had a. I thought it was.
No, whoa, no,
No,
John,
that's
what are
not-
you doing?
That's not
And
true.
You just
Vulture-
offended every Spider-Man person here.
Vulture got pecked by vultures and
Okay.
he turned into
No!
No,
John,
I see what
no!
he's doing. I see what he's doing now.
No! Yeah, that's basically Sony of their Spider-Man comic book knowledge. Every time they have a board meeting, like, okay, so what if we, and hear me out, what if we had Electro, he puts a
The
fork
lizard was bit by a
in the
lizard, and he
outlet?
turned into a lizard.
The lizard get bit by. Okay, that one's not really far off, to be
He
honest.
didn't
That
give
one's not too
himself a
far off.
Dr. Octopus ate an octopus, and then he became.
No, he watched too much hentai and he wanted to recreate it.
Oh man.
Finally, the power.
Instead of
The palm of
claws,
my hand.
instead of claws on the end, it's still what?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh!
You said hentai.
No. When you say that, you're
God.
not getting specific. You got specific. We're crossing bounds here. You better cut that out.
Oh
Okay.
man, this took a left turn. Nah, but with Sony, they have more bad movies than good movies. Venom is the only thing they really have going. Oh, and Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse. But when it comes to live action, they don't have a good track record. And Morbius showed that Now Madam Web's showing that. Kraven the Hunter just looks. I mean, you could tell sometimes just looking at the trailer, and it does look like that, sadly. And what else do they have planned? Don't they have more planned too?
Like I said, don't you dare say anything. Okay, good.
I just realized, did Morbius turn into get turned into a vampire because he got bit by a bat?
I don't know. I didn't watch Morbius to be honest, but I think he made like a serum.
Yeah.
Close enough. Just like Lizard. Close enough.
He had a handicap.
Yeah.
Like Lizard.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Yep, that's exactly how it happened. Yeah. But Madam Web did not pique my interest at all. Same with Morbius. It didn't pique my interest. And Kraven the
Venom
Hunter,
didn't even pique my interest, to be honest.
Who keeps giving this studio money? Why do they keep doing this? Like, here's the sad thing. Morbius ended up being successful. So they keep doing more stuff. That I don't know.
Because people kept like, oh God, I gotta see how bad it is. The fact that people, okay, guys, all right, I'm gonna listen to everyone that who listens to this podcast. If you really hate Sony's spin-off shit, stop giving them money. Okay, all right. This is the time where pirate it if you want to watch how bad it is. Do not give Sony your wallet. Stop it. Stop it, internet. I blame you.
You know what happens? They also throw their, like, I watch Morbius on Netflix because they threw it on Netflix pretty quickly after it came out on, like, Blu-ray and shit.
It was all right, wasn't it?
What?
Morbius. It was just, it was all right.
Yeah, you really, like, it's like, okay. Like,
if you want to watch Matt Smith be shirtless and dance in front of a mirror, then go ahead, you know.
Wait, I thought you said you didn't see it.
That's the only scene I saw because it was being memed on.
Really?
Yeah, I kept seeing memes of it. I'm like, is this the movie?
I mean, it wasn't bad how, like, they had the end fight scene, but I mean, it's a movie, like, you'll watch it and not really care about it afterwards. Like Venom, you actually like Venom in it, and Tom Hardy really does a good job with the character. The story isn't perfect, but I think because of with how Venom and Eddie Brock talk, that really made the movie really good. And the way he fights is very Venom-like, and he's very accurate, comic accurate to how he is too, and that's why people like it. Morbius, I mean, no one really, like, he's a good Spider-Man.
Morbius could be done better in like a Blade movie, like a Blade Spider-Man movie or something like that. You know?
I mean, that's how I remember him from the animated series.
Yeah, like
Blade was hunting.
Except he didn't. Yeah, except he doesn't drink blood. He drinks plasma because, you know, we gotta get that G rating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want your plasma.
Right. What? That's right. That's another thing. Yeah. So, and the Madam Web thing. How many different? Is it like Spider Woman's in it and Spider Girl? Like.
Yeah. So there's Madam Web, and then there's like 3 iterations of Spider Woman. Women. So, like, and I don't really care. I mean, the only one that I kind of cared for was, you know, Sydney Sweeney because.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I saw like a something popped up on my feed. It's like 3 reasons to see Madam Web, and it said her name for each reason.
Well, it's funny,
that's
but
how you're trying to get people to see it.
Well, that not even that, but like I saw like what was it, like a little clip that Sony released, and they're like Sydney Sweeney, she's like, it's like, oh, I saw like a comic book cover of the character I was playing, and she was upside down, you know, like spinning a web, and I'm like, no, this needs to be real accurate. I felt it was really important. I'm like, are you talking about the main trait of being the character that, like, are you talking about the required necessity it takes to be a Spider Woman? I mean, I would hope so. The freaking studio allows you to do that. That'd be kind of stupid. Mm-hmm. But I know for one thing, Sydney, you know, bless that actress. But like, I know she hasn't read a comic book in her damn life. Yeah. Like, you could listen. I know you're phoning it in to try to get the nerds with all the hard-ons in the seats. Like, I know what you're doing, sweetie, and it's not gonna work on me. Okay, all right.
You're not fooling me, Missy.
We also got to make sure we talk about... Oh, sorry, Sean, go ahead. You first.
Yeah, we'll do it in a sec. Another thing, like, who the hell asked for a Madam Web movie? Where people like, yo, make a Madam Web movie.
If I wanted a Madam Web movie, I'd just play Spider-Man.
See, I actually feel like a Madam Web movie has potential because it's Madam Web. We know who Madam Web is. Like in Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Hold on. In Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, you basically saw how she linked all of these other Spider-Man from different dimensions and different timelines and helping them out through different stuff.
Story of her.
It's not an origin story. If it wasn't an origin story, then I think it would be cool. We don't need the whole origin of Madam Web right
But you
here.
need Spider-Man to be in it because
Exactly.
she's basically a what do you call it? A supporting character in the Spider-Man universe. She isn't like a main character. Yeah, she can be like a mentor figure to Spider-Man, but she shouldn't be the main focus.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, think about it. There's so, like, just like Batman, there's so many good Spider-Man villains. I was saying I would have preferred, like, even a Scorpion movie I would have preferred. Or
Scorpion.
What was the one?
No. Stop giving Sony ideas. Like, we just want Spider-Man stuff. Just give us that,
like
and
Madam
we're good.
Web or something. It's, like, older Madam Web's dope, but an origin story of her.
If you want to make a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man, like, that makes no sense.
Wait,
like,
what if we do a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man, but just Peter Parker?
Yeah.
I know. I don't know. There you go. Watch Sony do something like that. They'll just kind of call it Parker.
Just a Carnage movie would probably be insane. Watching Cletus Cassidy be like a serial killer and then turn into Carnage.
Like the only movies I can only see working without Spider-Man are the Venom ones, because there are many stories you can do. Like you can do the Flash
do a Sandman movie.
Stories.
Do a Sandman movie. Gosh, one day he ate sand, and then he
he ate too much, and it blended into his DNA.
We'll get a Hydro Man.
Hydro Man, I was about to get there.
No,
he stepped in the puddle and now he's wet all the time.
He was swimming for too long.
He was swimming for too long.
He fell into radioactive water.
Instead of those wrinkles on his fingertips, it blended into his DNA.
Oh my God! Stop before we give him ideas. Stop.
Bro, instead humans being made of 70% water, but what if one person was made of 100% water?
But think about it though. The only characters they could really do movies of is like symbiote.
Oh my gosh,
like
Electro.
A Carnage movie, a Venom movie. What's some other ones, champ? Anti-Venom.
Oh my gosh, that would actually be interesting.
Supposedly in the next film they're gonna have Toxin in it, so that's gonna be.
They can actually legit make Anti-Venom into a decently fun character because he's actually a hero who can cure people's cancers.
Joe, what's his name? He played Flash Thompson in the original trilogy.
I thought you were gonna say Joe Biden. I'm like, what?
No. He wants to come back and play Agent Venom. How cool would that be? Because he was the OG Flash Thompson.
Oh, do a Green Goblin movie. Actually,
yeah,
wait.
That's something they could do too, or
they could do that, but the thing, Hobgoblin, because Green Goblin is not going to work without Willem Dafoe.
Yeah,
but, okay.
I mean, there's so many other characters people would prefer, and it seemed like they were going to start doing.
Oh, stuff. Just put them in a damn Spider-Man movie.
What's that league of villains that ate Spider-Man for breakfast and such? Like it was in the Spider-Man Shattered something. It was like it was not Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse, but it involved the Spider-Verse.
You talking about Morlon and his the Spider Inheritors or
something like that? I think I can't remember, but
they're like gods that feed on the Spider people.
I think so. Yeah, and like all these different versions of Spider-Man are just like they eat.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that Sony needs to put in Spider-Man, and they're not gonna do that.
No, they're gonna put in the villains from. They're gonna put in the no. They'll do the villains from Madam Web. That'll be their.
God damn it! He's not giving them ideas.
I mean, instead of villains, why can't they do these other versions of Spider-Man, like Scarlet Spider, or do a live action?
I hope Deadpool makes fun of the Sonyverse right now. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be funny.
I know he definitely will.
Like Scarlet Spider would be dope, but there's so many different Spider-Men that they could do movies off of. It doesn't have to be origin stories of villains all the time, which is what they're doing.
Would be cool. Is the only maybe you could even do Kane the second Scarlet Spider. You can even do a story about him because I think he is Spider-Man on the West Coast or something like that. So you
Yeah,
could do
yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. But the problem is Sony ain't that freaking smart, you know? They try to get an Aunt May movie off the table, you know?
They're making the Spider-Man movies off of the most mediocre Spider-Man villains. Like, they have so many good villains, and you're picking the weakest ones. Venom was
They
good
wanna
because
make
he's actually a strong and prominent villain throughout all of Spider-Man. You know, it actually kind of
That,
worked
and
out
he
too.
had his
more-
own run
And
without
he's an
Spider-Man.
actual
yeah.
anti-hero. You know,
Yeah.
they don't force them to be anti-heroes. Craven the Hunter, Morbius. You know, I mean, Morbius kind of always was conflicted.
Morbius is kind of in the gray
Yeah,
area.
now that I
He's-
think about it, he was always conflicted.
But
and,
Craven was always a full-on villain.
Yeah.
And then, I know they're going to do a Black Cat and Silver Sable movie.
Oh no!
I mean, I like Black Cat, but I always wanted her in a Spider-Man movie. You know, but yeah.
And then they're gonna make
Sony-
Black Cat like have a. They're you know what? Never. I'm not gonna
Like,
get
I
into
would've
that on the
liked
podcast. I'll talk about that
Sydney
after.
Sweeney play her.
Sydney Sweeney play Black Cat. That,
Yeah, but it's too late now. Yeah, so all right, let's we're just gonna
Godzilla
talk
versus
Godzilla Kong.
Yeah, Godzilla versus Kong.
So,
That
I know
was a really cool trailer. I love that whole entire
Yeah.
thing. You
they're
got to see
just
a lot of
fun-
what's going
fun-
on.
Yeah, they're just fun action adventure movies. You know, they're not to be taken too seriously like how -1
Godzilla.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Beautiful
I
movie.
Yeah, I
Bro,
like the original.
Geekdom's not gonna let it like let it die down. The fact that you didn't see it right away, champ.
What? Minus?
Yeah, -1.
I mean, I saw it like a week after.
No,
Aren't
he's
they doing a sequel?
No, because
didn't
you weren't
say
able
he's
to.
doing-
You weren't able to hop in the podcast. That's the entire thing that he
Oh,
remembers.
yeah.
You
Is
weren't
he
able to
salty
hop into
about
the
it or you? 'Cause
podcast.
I
You
feel
didn't
like
see it
that's-
right away.
Is
Yeah,
he salty
he's
about it
just-
or you? Because I feel like
I'm
that's
not
more of a you
no.
thing.
I'm not salty about it. I promise you. I promise. I'm
Yeah,
just like
he's just messing with you about it.
Yeah.
Geekdom. Yeah.
But honestly, like I used to be hyped with the Godzilla versus King Kong movies, but after seeing Minus, I don't know. I just prefer Godzilla as an antagonist.
Yeah,
I don't know why. It's just much more enjoyable when I see like
Well, they
when they
did
do the
that movie
humans right.
so good. Yeah, they did
Yeah,
that movie
like-
so good, and most of the time the human stories are garbage, like
Yeah.
the Predator movies. But they
the
did
Godzilla
-1
movie
so
should
well.
not be about Godzilla. I know that sounds weird, but it's like it really because it's like it's the humans. The humans need to have good character arcs. They're kind of going in the better direction, like with Transformers and actually making the humans characters that you care a little bit about more. But like with Godzilla -1, it's just on a whole other level as to how they went about it. And I'm glad to see that more and more studios are kind of somewhat realizing this because
And they went back to their roots. But when the 2014 one came out, people wanted that monster versus monster action.
you
Don't take that out of
can't relate
context.
to Godzilla. You just simply can. There's too many distinctions of Godzilla.
I'm not saying to like relate to. I'm saying that
No, but that's the thing.
reason
They
why-
try to make him like they try to focus the movie around him, which is like it. You can only go so far because he's not really a relatable character. That's what I'm trying
Which
to get
they
to.
do with
Well-
Kong too, now that he knows like sign language.
That is easier. They're like, but then it's like again, most of the movie would focus more so on Kong in that regard. Most
But
of
the
it.
thing
yeah.
is, like you said, what the monster movies. But the thing with Godzilla is that he's an idea. Basically, he is a force of nature. He's basically represents the evil of mankind. And when they do Godzilla movies like Godzilla -1, it's basically a reflection of humanity as a whole, of the dark deeds and like dark power that we have to destroy things, and Godzilla is a manifestation of that. Basically, Godzilla, like, I'm not expecting to relate to a goddamn atomic lizard that can blow up buildings with atomic breath.
Especially
like,
not
no.
with -1. Definitely not.
Yeah, but like what I like about like Shin Godzilla, Godzilla -1, and even the original first Godzilla in 1954, is that I like how the meaning behind it. I love the basically talk about humanity, the morality of humanity, and how that is how we create things are beyond our control. And Godzilla is an antagonist of a freak of nature, something that we created, and now it's like biting us back in the ass, literally. So I don't know. It's just
He's a
those
culmination
kind
of the
movies-
hatred and the destruction of forces of humanity.
Yeah, so that's why gravitate towards those movies more now. I mean, I do like me some like Godzilla fighting another monster here and there, but I don't like this whole. Maybe it's just me being MCU'd out or something like that. I'm just done with these big universe kind of things. I kind of just like one shot stories, or just kind of more like tighter stories that just aren't like, oh god, bring on every day explosions, military, America,
Michael Bay,
yeah, Michael Bay explosions. like I don't know. I'm just like, maybe I'm just getting older, or I'm just getting tired of just seeing those kind of movies. Like,
no, I'm with you.
There was a lot of them. There was a lot of them, and like they still continue the Transformers, and those are so played out. It's like now they're gonna
now you guys are getting G.I. Joe with Transformers apparently.
Yeah.
I don't think that Transformers has
like
the
Godzilla,
same exact problems nowadays. Like as soon as they started doing the Bumblebee movie and Rise of the Beast,
Bumblebee
they definitely
was good.
started changing things up a little bit.
Yeah.
I do think that they can do a lot better, but like they feel like breaths of fresh air after the mediocrity that we've been dealing with after Transformers Revenge of the Fallen.
Last night sucked.
I didn't watch it. That's like,
That
and I'm a Transformers
so
fan.
Bad. Oh god, that was so bad. I never finished the last one, but it wasn't too bad. But it really, it just felt like another Transformers movie to me. Bumblebee I liked a lot. That I really liked. But then they went back to what they were doing, the Michael Bay shit, and I think Last Night was after that, and then they did the new one with the what are the animal ones?
Rise of the Beasts.
Yeah, that one. That one wasn't too bad though, but it like the Godzilla stuff. Like I liked the first one. I was annoyed that there wasn't as much fighting in it. Then they gave us more of that in Godzilla King of the Monsters. Then we got Kong Skull Island. Then we got Godzilla vs. Kong, which I enjoyed. I thought that was fun. It was cool seeing that, very nostalgic. And then we have Godzilla and Kong. And it looks like they're going to fight again. There's 2 new villains now, so each of them are going to have a villain to fight. You have that orangutan looking monster in it that kind of like beats the crap out of Kong, and it looks like he knocks his tooth out or something, because Kong is like a silver tooth at some point, and then they give him like a infinity gauntlet. So it's
It's to me that looked like the
MCU-y.
Ironmonger. So not the Ironmonger, the Iron Man glove that he used. Why can't I think of the name? Hulkbuster glove.
yeah.
No, the Hulkbuster glove.
Yeah, because it had like the jet boosters on it to help
Yeah,
him punch harder.
exactly.
Oh my god.
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
But then
Oh my god.
the new monster that they didn't really show is called Shimu, and he's like white, scaly, dragony type. Like he looks more like a Godzilla type creature, but its ability, he has like ice breath, and supposedly that creature is the one that created the Ice Age.
Did they already go through all the Godzilla creatures? Like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, like these 2 I've never heard of before. I'm not like Vinny or Super Mario Zilla knows a lot about that. I never heard the orangutan one is King Scar or something. The other one's Shimu, but I never heard of Shimu. And it's like a pale white, light bluish type looking creature, but it's like something new that they made. Like I didn't like that they did I never really liked Mechagodzilla. That's just me. But
Understandable.
I feel like I feel like you're gonna see like probably 3 major fights in it. You'll probably see Kong fight this Scar dude first, gets beat, and then Shimu pops up and messes him up more. Then Kong's gonna ask for Godzilla's help, but they're gonna fight in the process. Then we're gonna have that big battle in the city, which like every
And
big
in between
action
is a bunch of human bullshit.
exactly. But I mean, they're just fun movies to just watch. It's not gonna be like -1 or OG Godzilla stuff. They're definitely trying to create their own like MCU.
You just
or
want it's a
Transformers.
popcorn flick.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and that's what they've always been. People just want to see the monsters fighting, and that's what you'll probably get in it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I'll probably wait until it comes on demand or something like that. I don't know. I haven't. The last MonsterVerse movie I saw was King
Godzilla
Kong.
vs.
Actually,
Kong.
No, it was Kong Skull Island. That was the last movie I
Island wasn't
watched.
bad. I like Skull
That was a
Island.
good movie. I
liked it
enjoyed
better
that
than
one.
the other King Kong movie that Peter Jackson did. That like 3-hour
Yeah.
one. But
Yeah.
I do like Kong a lot, and I like how I felt bad for him when Godzilla was like kicking his ass in Godzilla vs Kong. I'm like, oh man, poor Kong.
Yeah. But anyway, I think we should start wrapping this up now.
I think we should wrap this
But,
up, guys.
Wrap it up like a...
All right, I'm tired. Champ, you do it.
All right. Okay, guys. Well, give us your thoughts. Did you see the Deadpool trailer? What did you guys think about that? X-Men 97. Have you guys
97.
wasted your money on Madam Web? If you have,
Waste
shame
your
on
money.
you.
We're gonna
And
laugh
let
at
us know
you.
what you think about the King Kong versus Godzilla universe. So yeah, we'll see you in the next episode, guys. Be sure to haggle on Daredevil to get the new podcast out that we filmed at Megacon. To, bully him to get it out.
Uploaded by the time this is uploaded.
It better
Just
be.
go check it out. It's right here. It's right there. Just go.
But yes. Again, one more plug-in. Check out my vlog from Megacon on my channel. The link should be somewhere on the screen or below. Yeah, for yo, you gotta sell it. Anyway, I'm Champ. That's Daredevil 19, and that's Starblast Studios. We'll see you guys in the next video.
We all wear glasses.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Till next time.